Alrighty, this is Mark from Fiefdom Studios, and we're gonna take a quick look at what we've got going on with our first mod for Starfield, which is called Scabs, the Starfield Comprehensive Additions to background skills. And we've got about 20 new background skills, maybe a little bit more, that we've added to the game, and they have the starting skills that don't necessarily have to be tier 1 skills. When I was going through character creation, I was kind of frustrated sometimes by some of the backgrounds that I thought it would be logical if they had some of the higher tier skills, but if you truly had that background. And so I've gone through and done a little bit of that. We've not messed with the defaults backgrounds that came with the game, but we have added a bunch of them. So you'll see in the list here that we've got, they're sprinkled throughout a few, like you've got your collection specialists down here, but mostly, the vast majority of them are going to be military oriented. I've got a background in the military as a veteran, and when I saw the background that they have soldier, I thought, well, that's kind of silly because there are soldiers and there are soldiers. There's lots of different kinds of soldiers. So I particularly wanted to give a little bit more detail around the military backgrounds. They've got combat medic, which was in decent shape. But I'll just scroll down here to some of the military ones. We've got Marines and Navy. In keeping with the game, I did not include Army, just they've got the Navy and Marines. So for instance, you've got a Marine Logistics Officer, one of my favorites, who's going to be good at the payloads, transporting goods from here to there, but also they're marginally like thieves. They might not rob outright, but if you find something that's unlabeled, then it becomes yours. That sort of thing. So scavenging is one of those skills. An infantryman is different than an artilleryman. They've got, infantry's going to have rifle and be in good shape. The artillery is going to be the explosives people, heavy weapons. You've got officers who are going to be able to use a pistol and provide some leadership, but they also hang out at the O Club at night, so on and so forth. There's a few other non-military backgrounds like mayor. The mayor is a good example of what I was talking about with higher tier skills that made sense. If you've got somebody who has this sort of background, they're going to know how to manage an outpost, and it seems a shame that you have to go through so much in the game and level up so many times and get so many skills that you might not want just to get outpost management. You might not want to put all those skills in that tree, but you have to in order to get it. So I thought by providing more diverse backgrounds with some of the higher tier skills that you could get around that and achieve the skills that you want without having to put all of the skill points in the trees that you don't necessarily want to. Navy also has a bunch of great stuff in it. I sort of took the Star Trek series as my inspiration for Navy, thinking of the bridge of the Enterprise and how you had weapons specialists, navigator, you had a science officer, and you had a communications officer. So those sorts of skill sets reflect that inspiration. So that's it. These things are in the background list. They show up in your character sheet. You actually get the skills. The only thing that is not integrated into the game right now is dialogue options. Sometimes you get custom dialogue based on your background, and that can be responses that you offer, or it can be interactions that you have in passing, like Supervisor Lynn addresses you if you're a scoundrel or something, and then the security officers will do the same thing sometimes. That sort of thing is not going to happen, although I am looking in the next update to this of trying to do some of that integration, but that's down the road. So that's basically it. Hope you enjoyed this look at our first mod for Starfield, which is Scabs, Starfield Comprehensive Additions to background skills. Thanks for watching.